So dating a Gemini is like dating a whole bunch of people. Dating a lot of people, like Sue, Jane, Sally, Bill,
2 hours later.
Michael, Alexis. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest astrologer of them all?
It's you, genuinely divine, genuinely divine, genuinely divine.
I know, I know. Now run along, dears, and tell all of your friends about the fairest astrologer of them all. Don't forget to subscribe. So hey everybody, it is your girl here, GenuinelyDivine, and today I'm going to be giving you some advice and tips on dating a Gemini. First tip is, Geminis love to talk. This is an air sign. Air sign is all about the intellect, all about the mind. And Gemini rules the third house, all about communication. So these people love to communicate. They love to travel, especially short distance travel. So they like to move. Like, they don't like to sit still. They don't like to be bored. So if you're dating a Gemini or in a relationship with a Gemini, you already know they change their minds a lot. And it's nothing that you're doing wrong. It's just that Geminis have the mind of a toddler. So when I say the mind of a toddler, meaning that they bore very easily, they want to do different things, they change their mind very often without any reason, because Gemini's ruling symbol is the twins. So you have one twin that's introverted and you have one twin that's extroverted. So they can change their mood in the middle of a conversation. If you're out on a date with a Gemini and they just kind of like zone in on you while you're talking, yeah, they've lost interest in whatever you were speaking or whatever you were talking about. They've lost interest just that quick, and yeah, you bored them. Now, don't take offense to it because they are ruled by Mercury. Mercury is a fast moving planet. So it's like their minds, Geminis, their minds are like going 100 miles per hour. It's like it's constantly running, thinking. They're constantly thinking about ideas in their head all the time. So yeah, and then so it's not their fault. Also, being in a date with Gemini, when you take them out to a restaurant and they'll be like, you know what, I really like this restaurant, it's so cool, I really like it. And then maybe like 20 minutes later, like, ugh, I hate this restaurant, I don't even know why you brought me here. And you're like, you just said you, but no, I said I like it, it was okay when I first came in, but now, oh my God, I don't even know why you brought me here. And you're like, sorry. You just can't figure them out. Sometimes it's just like you have to keep moving and moving. So on your first date, don't be surprised if your Gemini have you going from this restaurant to this club or to this place or that place. The actual perfect first date for a Gemini, in my estimation, would be like a club or a bar, because Geminis, they love to drink, you know, because they like to be, you know, sociable. They like to socialize with people. They like to meet people. They like to talk, you know, so they like to have drinks. What's better than socializing with people over drinks? That's so cool. And Gemini love to have a little buzz or something because it relaxes them, and they just feel like, oh, I'm all up in my element where I can just relax and I can just be myself. I can just talk and have a good time. So if you're dating a Gemini and you're not really a big talker, you're gonna probably bore them, because Gemini is polar opposite to Sagittarius, which means that Sagittarius is buried deeply within Gemini. And Sagittarius is all about philosophies, higher learning. So if you can teach your Gemini something, they will love to hear about it. They love talking about new ideas and subjects. I know a lot of people would say that they're shallow. Even me, myself, I would say that Geminis are shallow. All air signs to me to a certain extent, but in all actuality, when you really think about it, Geminis are very intellectual. They love to explore, but they love to explore the mind, not just adventure. They love to explore the mind as well. So keep that in mind when you're dating a Gemini, okay? Geminis can be really difficult to date, mainly because they do change a lot, mainly because they do act like a child, and a lot of times they are very flirtatious, and a lot of times they can never make up their mind about a partner. So it's very difficult to get a Gemini to settle down, but once you get a Gemini to settle down, it's like a really good relationship, and it can actually last a long time. But just be careful, because Geminis are known to have double lives. You have to think about it. They are two people in one. Well, actually, there are many people in one, but and they have to satisfy everyone, and it's very difficult to satisfy everybody inside of a Gemini and be loyal and faithful and wonderful to your partner. And again, Gemini is polar opposite to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the ultimate bachelor sign. So a lot of times they can show a lot of different traits. Now, if your Gemini has an Earth moon, then of course they'll be a little bit more stable, where they want that stability in their life, where they won't move around a whole lot, but they will still have that Gemini energy, because that sun is the core self. Now, if your Gemini has an air moon, yeah, they're gonna be really movable. They're gonna be really indecisive. They're gonna be really, really flirtatious. It's gonna be really, really difficult to hold on to that Gemini. Now, if your Gemini person has a fire moon, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of passion, but at the same time, you're gonna have a lot of movement, a lot of adventure. You have a person that is not going to always be able to control those sexual urges, so they tend to, this will tend to be the ones who are probably, you know, have a lot of different people that they hang out with. Maybe they have a little black book, yeah. Now, if your Gemini person has a water moon, these are going to be the type of Geminis that's going to really want to bond and really want to connect. They're going to be very emotional, you know, they're going to show a lot of emotion. You know, they're going to probably want to stay at home, you know, a lot of times, not all the time, but because, you know, Gemini is still very strong, but they will want to stay at home sometimes and just cuddle and, you know, have fun with you. You guys talk, you guys play games, do a lot of things with their partner, because they're going to want to connect with the person that they're with. Now, I hope you guys have learned something from this video, and I hope that your next date with your Gemini is going to be great. One last thing before I go. Geminis make really, really fun partners. They make really, really fun dates. You can have fun. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna play. You're gonna have a good time with your Gemini person. But unfortunately, sometimes that's exactly where it ends. And a lot of times, it doesn't move into that long-term relationship. And if it does move into the long-term relationship, a lot of times you guys deal with a lot of issues. And I do advise you guys, if you are dating a Gemini, you should be open to have like open relationships. Now, until the next time, you guys, I wish you guys so much love, peace, and so many wonderful blessings. Bye.